What's up? What's up? What's up? So, people, what's going on tonight? All right, guys, welcome to What You Think. Thank you for being here. We're just gonna have a conversation. On this channel, everyone have their own opinion. We do not discriminate. Everyone have their own rights to their own belief, and we will be very respectful at all time. Very respectful at all time. So tonight we're gonna talk about the herbs that people actually use these days into herbs in the older time. In the older time, I think herb was more effective. What you think? If you think herb these days is more effective than herb, hey boy, Blue, what's up? Thank you for being here. What's going on, man? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much, man. What's going on? Yes, yes. What I'm basically talking about tonight is basically the herbs back in the days. Like in the island, the herbs back in the days to the herbs. If what's up? Thank you guys for being here. What's going on? Oh, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you guys. Yes. Wait. I oh man. Yes. When you guys think about um, the herbs back then to now, right? The honest truth, I really want to message you, but I say, you know what, man? Tonight is Sunday. I really don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I really didn't want to, because I say, man, tonight is Sunday, man. But I really want to, reach out, but I didn't want to do it. But I appreciate that you guys here for real. Thank you guys so much. So let me talk just a little tonight about because it come to me. The truth is, it come to me, and then sometimes when things come to me, sometimes I like to act on it because okay, all right, okay, all right, okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yes, it come to me because the honest if everyone have their own opinion, and I'm gonna drop the link in case you want to come up and really collab with what I'm saying here. I'm gonna drop the link in case you want to come up. It's up to you, okay? Okay. Hear what I'm trying to say, right? I kind of believe that herb is not about just plant. It's not about planting it. I think it's deeper than just growing herbs and use them for them to heal you, basically. Because when we look at times gone by, right? When we look at times gone by, then people was more on a spiritual level than anything else. And within that spirit, within that, I kind of believe there have been people who've been gifted, who receive such a Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. So, okay, okay, okay. So, okay, all right. Thank you for that. Yes, because like people was gifted that have this connection because when I sit down and I really think that these people understand the dosage of what to do. Remember, in them time, there's no doctor, there's no hospital. But at the end of the day, if anyone gets sick, there's someone in the village, there's always a nurse in the village to take care of that person. And they know exactly this one person in the village. Once you come to them, they know exactly what to give you and how much to give you. So when I look at it, I'm saying this thing is deeper than just growing it and just using it. I think it have a spiritual part to it, a spiritual connection to it that leads you, that help you, that that let you know the dosage. I wonder if I'm explaining it the way I really want to explain it. Back then they had bush hog for if that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. They had bush hogs and they also know how much to give you. You see what I'm saying? And most of the time, what we see happen, people get healed. People get healed. So I really believe it's deeper than growing the herbs. I think it have a spiritual part of it. I really do. I think it have a spiritual connection with it. This is why the honest truth is this is why I always talk about. If you notice, I always talk about growing and keep the positive energy within your plants. Then because in my song to beautiful. All right. So okay. It's not me alone. It's good. It's not me alone seeing it that way. You is a witness. Thank you. Good. Wonderful. Wonderful. This is why I always say in your garden, try to create that space of peace. Because somehow or the other, I do believe from my experience, I do believe the energy you give out affect your plant them. Whatever energy you give out, I think it affect your plants in the same way. So if you give a positive energy, they feed from that positive energy and create that space of, such a beautiful energy. This is why a lot of us could just go in our garden and just being there all day without even watching at the time, without even looking for food, without even thinking about water all day because we create that space that is such a beautiful warm space. So I do. This is why I take nature in this so serious because for what I'm experiencing, nature have a lot to do with we and plants. It have a whole lot to do with we and plants. That's why I'm so much in herbs. I've used herbs all my life. My parents fed it to me growing up, and I live on it and still do it. I agree with you 100%. No, just look at it for a moment. Growing up, because your parents all and you see here what going on too. They was giving you stuff to prevent So the most might come down on you might be a cold because you go out in the rain and the rain wet you and you didn't dry your head. So the cold come on you. But at the same time, they have remedy to get rid of this cold. You know, your belly might hurt. They have something to help you with your belly. Your head, they have something to help with your head. You see what I'm saying? So they understand a lot of things. So what they do, they used to, like for instance, they gave us things to wash out our system. Like they know, all right, it's time to use some bitters, right? It's time to use some bitters and clean out your system. And we have to we got to do, these are things we still got to do. And to today, it's important for us to wash out our system. You know? Hey, Life from Scratch, how you doing? Good night. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, so the herbs that we used to use, I kind of believe it was more, and you know what, the way they grow too. And in them time, it was more spiritual vibes flowing. So I believe what I believe. If we wanna, yes, we're growing herbs today, but if we wanna go back and get what our grandparents and parents used to get out of it, we got the same energy. You know what I mean? That pure energy. That's what I feel. That's what I feel. I hope you all have that. All right. I hope you guys are. I hope you guys. Thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate you guys for real. Exactly. 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 They had the remedy for everything. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It just have the remedy there and they knows it. I use cloves to make toothpaste. All right, okay. Okay, that's what I'm saying. What so let me ask you something. What about ashes? Do you guys ever use ashes and for toothpaste? Do anybody in here ever use ashes, like ashes from the fire, and for brush the teeth? Man, listen me. It was just different, and it's just crazy how everything was so natural. Everything was so natural, but so helpful at the same time. So now that energy, that spiritual energy, I think that really needed. So even though we grow in the herbs and we find in them, we got to find the energy and the connection to really make these herbs work. Just because I'm gonna tell you this, I'm gonna tell you this, guys. In my garden, I try to create. I try to this energy. Listen me, I'm telling you, when you are in my garden, is just a beautiful energy. You check what I'm saying? Such a beautiful energy up inside there, and such a joy. You know what I mean? You always up in this, and you ain't hungry, you ain't want sun hot like fire. You ain't want water. You good because I try to create that kind of energy, and everything just blends in. Everything just blends in with nature. You see what I'm saying? This is why you cannot run from nature. You will always got to run back. Don't care what you try. You try to, even your plants, your compost, you try to run from nature. And yes, but for a period of time, you will have to run back trying to fix it back. Okay, let me see. We use wood ash. Right, that's the same thing I'm talking about. Wood ash, yeah. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Man, I'm telling you, them two islands is like the same. St. Vincent, Grenada is like the same culture, same place. Come from the same direct place. My my parents did as kids. Okay, your parents did as kids. That was the norm. Okay, all right. And also the charcoals to brush teeth. That these things was just natural, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if you guys like on a Sunday morning in them time, on a Sunday morning, if you just know it was a Sunday. You just know it was a Sunday morning down there. Then you had like the spiritual Baptist, you have the New Testament, you have the apostolic faith, all these, that time they go into church and thing. And you can't tell nobody you're not going to church. You understand? You cannot tell nobody you're going to church. You got to get dressed. But why I'm saying that is, it was just different. That's what I'm saying. It was just different. The connection was just different. Right now it's a whole different. Right now you don't even know. You know what I mean? You sometimes you got to sit down and try to search and figure things out with yourself. But in them time it was more. This is how it is. This is how it is. This is how it is. But I really do believe herbs is deeper than just growing them and just using them. I do believe it have a spiritual connection with it. So, some kind of connection with it. I do believe that. Sometimes when we sick, all I used to hear was come drink that. That's it. That's it. Whether you like the taste or not, right? Whether you like the taste or not, you gotta come and drink it. One thing I couldn't stand drinking was the aloe. Oh my, I just couldn't stand. My grandmother, when she scraped it out and she say, boy, come here. You know what I mean? And I didn't like it, but you just had no choice. No choice was a must. And when you reach home from church was best. That's it, man. Because the food used to cook all, that's the thing. They used to get up all in the morning and cook the food before you go to church. So when you come back, the food they're warm waiting at you. It's the same thing, man. It's the same kind of same culture. Church was a must growing up. We had no option. And don't be sick on a Sunday because you had to get healed because you're going still. Right. That's the thing. That's the thing. It wasn't not it was same thing like just like school. You have to go to school. Church was no explanation. I could never forget, man. The tailor, right? You had a tailor live right side we and the way he used to build the pants them, he used to build the pants them a little close. So my mother said that we had grow out the pants them too fast. so what she do now? She tell the tailor to make them bigger. And he made the pants them bigger and the foot them a little wide. And we say, we're not going to church because the pants them is too big. A joke here, man. Not going to church. A joke here, man. We have to go to church in them big pants. My uncle used to always give me aloe mixed with a fresh. Yes, that was the remedy. Aloe mixed with a fresh egg. But you know what? I got to start to go back there because I drink aloe a lot, but the fresh egg. And you see, the thing is, man, this is why you gotta really do certain thing yourself because a fresh egg in them time was a fresh egg. You know what I'm saying? That egg had everything. You know what I mean? The way you feed them, the way you grow them, you know that egg was an egg. These days, man, that's why you really got to do your stuff yourself if you really want to get what you're looking for. For real. That aloe was head back and back of the truth. It's going all the hairs. Then it start coming back up. She says, swallow again. Yeah. Yes. That aloe plant was something else, man. That was something else. But you know, I drink it, I use it now, I still use it. I still use it up to 20 because I still believe for what I see there, in them time they used to use the aloe so much. So much. It's like everything they use in the aloe. So I think it's something to continue. Well, something I continue using. Not telling anybody to do that because you know you got to do your research before you use anything we talk about here. But these things was man, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, but I do believe, honestly, I do believe it's like it's a connection. This, and if you notice, not everybody was a nurse in your village. Not everybody. It's always this one particular person is the nurse. And someone you could rely on to. Someone that you could not you naturally send your children to. And they get better. I use aloe still and it easy because I was so used to it for so right for so long and from small so it kind of get used to it now. That's true. That's true. To me, it didn't even taste as in them time it used to taste more bitter in them time. I don't know, maybe it's how I get used to it. But I don't know. I can't remember the look of the plant, right? But there was a plant they call part of man life. Life, life from scratch. If you're still here, do you remember the plant that we used to use that name part of man life? This plant used to grow up everywhere. Yeah, this plant used to grow everywhere. But you hear the name of it? Part of man life. Part of man life. You hear the name? So it's like this plant was supposed to be a part of your life. And they used to grow everywhere. I just can't remember the looks of it right now. You see? Yes, I would drink and use as shampoo. Okay. Beta cause she put latex into yellow stuff. So Fifi Johnny, do you know a plant named Part of Man Life? I don't know. I gotta get somebody for send a picture for me of that plan because I just can't remember the looks of it, but I remember the plan just like yesterday, part of my life. My grandmother used to always say, go pull up a part of my life here for me. And you run outside, go and go pull up. And you know what I like? You know what I like? Is how they used to basically teach you about the plans then. So now they teach you and then all you gotta do, you just gotta run outside. Oh, go get a part of my life for me. Oh, go get some black stage for me. You know what I'm saying? So we was actually learning about these plans at the same time. We could identify them because they was teaching us, so now we could identify these plans. The name I remember, but not the look. Yes, I remember the name, but I cannot remember the looks. I don't know that name, but I'm sure I would know if I see. I'm sure you would. I'm gonna try to get a picture for one of them. I'm sure you would find one. You guys have them, I'm sure. When you had a sprained foot, you had to go by Miss Lacey. She had a corn hugs and soft cargo, and when she started to rub, that foot is straight back. You know, you know what? You're so right there, that boy Blue. They didn't worry about the pain. The pain you feel, but you know what? I don't know. Like to me, it's like you had was to feel that pain to really get what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time after we don't feel all them pain, then we get better. You know? I remember, like, you know what I mean, ninth. They used to call it ninth. I don't know if you guys know, call it the same name. There's a white grease they used to call soft grease. It's like a white, it look like a candle. It look like a candle. But it's small and it's about that long. So they used to call it soft grease. And if like your back or your belly hurting, you are one of that, and your grandmother, listening, when your grandmother need nine, they used to call it ninth. When you hear she 19, you made of, her big finger them pressing real hard. And you know what I mean? And you feeling pain, but as soon as she finished, you feel better. So these people, this is what I'm saying. They had this gift. It's got to be a gift. It's got to be some kind of connection with these plants. And believe it or not, a lot of us have it today. Listen to me. Just look at this, right? And I ain't gonna lie, Fifi, I believe you have that too. I'm telling you right now, I believe you have that too. I believe you guys have that too, that gift. Just look at, just look at the watch. Just look at the people who take this thing serious, right? When you're talking about growing herb and learning about herb, and this should be something. This should be something that everybody, if this is what you do, you are grow food, you are grow herbs. This is something you should actually willing and want to do. Grow herbs and learn about them at the same time, and you have the interest. It shows you who really the people that have that kind of connection. Sometimes, I'm going to tell you, sometimes when I walk into my garden and I go down further down. You know, there's plants I'm looking at. Just pull my attention. You know what I'm saying? Just try your attention and right there, you know what I mean? It's like you walking on this plant, just draw your attention and it's like he telling you, I'm here, man. I'm right here. So maybe it's that connection them people, the older people had. Why they know so much about them. You see, we kind of, you know, that was their way of life. But we kind of stray away from that for a long period of time. You know what I'm saying? But now we getting back into it, as you could see. Plants start appearing. And it's like they're saying, I'm here. I'm right here. You know what I mean? And then when you do your research and then you realize. So when you think about that, that's something for really think about. You could have that special gift that the older people had. We call it soft caramel. We use it to melt it and add herb mix to make rub. Yes, exactly. Exactly. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. And make, yes, to sweat out the, yes, 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 yes. We like for instance, your back hurting you, they will melt it down, you know what I mean? And you know, and then start knighting your back and pressing their finger in your back, and yeah. Yes, but when you, this is what I'm getting, right? This is what I'm getting right now. What I'm getting is in the older time, how they understand and they know. And not everybody had that gift. You see? Not everybody had that gift that everybody could have just run out and say, okay, this and this or nurse. No. It might be just a few people had that gift that know which plant for this and which plant for that. And which plant is a herb. But look today, the same thing happen. The same thing happen. You walk out in your garden and plant just pull your attention. And when you do your research on them, the amount of benefit they have is unbelievable. Yep, it's a special touch. Yes, I agree with that. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I do believe, I do believe growing whatever you're growing, I do believe grow it with, you know, try in that space. I do believe try to create a peace in that space. I do believe plants, we and plants deal with the same energy. Nature, I think we deal with the same energy. This is why I always say, try leave the negativity out your garden and go in there with peace. Go in there with this, you know, this peace because that's the way you're creating inside there. Your food, your herb, everything's supposed to be have that pureness inside of it. That's how you know all that help your food to full of nutrition. All that help your herbs to full of healing, healing oils. You see, I really do. I really do. There is natural connection. Yes, I do. I do believe that. I do believe that. I think back then they understand the use it better than we do now. We really need to stick. Yes, yes, because you see, that's all they know. But we was there. We were learning. But what happened is, through you know what happened? Through we move, we start depending on other things instead of the natural thing. So this is why, you know what I mean, it's good now to get back there and start learning again. Start, because they're there. They're right there. We just got to get back there and start learning and apply what is necessary. We need to educate ourselves more. But man, listen, I'm 100% agree with this. We have to educate. Come on, look what's going on today. Look what's going on. These herbs can, and the next thing again, man, the next thing again, I do believe herbs should grow. Herb is something should grow natural. I don't think people should be adding these chemical around herb. I don't think so at all. I think herbs should be growing natural. Just let them grow. You know what I mean? You see like how some more herbs just grow wild? They don't need, and at the end of the day, they will take over your plant. If you allow them, they take over your plant that you have in your garden growing. You see, if you allow these herbs. So they will grow regardless whether you care them or not. They will grow. So I really do believe, because I personally, I watch herbs grow from organic matter. When I say organic matter, natural soil, and do pretty well. Really well. So I do believe, to get the full benefit out of them, I think grow them natural is the best thing we can do. Yes, we have to in order to preserve our culture. I start collecting books and all. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I like Fifi mentioned the other day. What she say is, and it makes so much sense. If you don't have no electricity, if there's no electricity for you to use your phone and type in recognize the plans, what if we don't have that? But if you have the books, and when you say that, it hit me. You know what I'm saying? It hit me. It made me say, shit, this is for real. What if you don't have no electricity, no phone service, and all these things? How you want to know? But if you have the book, because you know there's books that showing you the herb and telling you the benefit that this herb could do for you, for help you, the benefit it holds. So I think it makes sense. I think it's a good idea. Yes, sometimes different herb will just pop up in your. Yes, 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 yes. That's true. That's true. It's man. Remember, no, we call them. We grow up. We learn to call them weeds. You know what I'm saying? That's what we learn to call them. Oh, these weeds. But now we get for realize these herbs, not actual weed. Lots of them grow up that edible, almost like lettuce. I was looking at one the other day. It almost looked like lettuce. The way it pushed its leaf, it almost looked like lettuce. And when I get to realize they say the thing is good for eat as salad. So I'm telling you, if push come to shove, I will be going in my garden and eat leaf. I be eating them, I be boiling, cooking them leaf, man. I'm telling you. I agree. Natural and wild is best way to go. We had natural food forest we call our garden, but now they give the name food forest. We have every that's true. That is so true. That is true. Begin to book investment of now that you can have available to you. Yeah, that's what I was telling you. When you say that, it's hit me. You know what I'm saying? When you say about the books, it hit me because if you don't have push come to shove, you gotta go out in the bush. You have no electricity. You could grab your book and walk outside and find stuff to eat, to feed your family, and also hard stuff to boil and make tea. I mean, when you really think about it, I think it's a good investment. There is wild lettuce in my garden everywhere. Yes, I saw the stuff them growing up. I'm telling you, it's amazing. Guys, it's amazing the amount of food we walk over and cut down and throw away and have no idea. The amount of food we actually walk, pull up, throw away, and don't know is food. We got to get back to them place. There's actual plants called wild lettuce that you could eat as salad. Mouse hairs. I don't know if you guys have mouse hairs, but either mouse hairs growing wild. And this is a salad. This is for eat a salad as well. It's amazing. I used to love, man, you say that again? Huh? What I used to do, right? Okay, let me see the fish right here. Make sure the books with the picture in it. Definitely. I wouldn't get the one without the picture. Hell no. I need to see them pictures that I can identify. I used to love me them bush tea. Man, listen to me. And the bush tea, you know how we used to drink the bush tea? They used to say blackish. I don't know if you guys call it the same thing. Blackish means just a little sugar, not sweet, just a little sugar inside of it. So they used to say, just blackish it for me, man. So they just add a little sugar. I still love bush tea to today. Yeah, brackish, yes, yes. Brackish, yes. Oh, you see, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Same name. Same name. You know, let me tell you, they had a armor hall. Yo, I'm telling you. And I'm seeing right now they're growing up in my garden really wild right now. There was a plant we used to call red top. Rabbit used to love that. Rabbit, that was Rabbit's favorite. Was it used to grow something similar to dandelions. Not exactly, but similar to dandelion. But it used to put it used to put a red flowers like a red top. to the top. I don't know if you guys know about that. We used to use the root of that and boil that. I think my father used to drink that every night. He used to bring it down fresh from the mountain, and he want that every night. They call it red top. Rabbit love it. And right now, I see in the same plant, but then a red top, they yellow. It look the same, but they yellow. That's a plan. I'm thinking about pulling it up and check the root out and make some tea. I'm telling you. I'm thinking about doing that. It's so much stuff out here. Even the leaf of the plants. You grow a lemon tree. All these lemon leaf you could use and make tea. Not sure what it is. Maybe the yellow is different. Maybe it's different variety. But it look, it look the same like the red top, but that one is just yellow. It look the same. And they're growing everywhere. I do believe that as well can boil and drink as tea. It's so much. It's so much out there. People, listen to me. When you really look at it, when you really look at how thing is, the way thing design, nobody should ever be hungry, man. It was designed for everyone able to eat. So much herbs, so much plants that can actually eat as a meal. So much that you could use and make tea. So much different things, man. We gotta get back there. We have to get back there. We and especially the next generation. If we don't do it, guys, I mean, think about it. If we don't do it, what gonna happen for the next generation? You already see what's going on. If we start to do it and teach our kids about these herbs that grow in wild and the benefit of them and how we could eat and show them, who gonna show them? I mean, think about it. Who gonna show them? So if we ain't do it, by the next generation, herbs, you wouldn't be hearing about herbs anymore. For real, no one should go hungry. So much natural food made available. Yeah, yes, no one should ever be hungry among the food just lying everywhere and we don't know. We call them herbs. We call them weeds. So much of them you could eat as salad. So much of them you could use and boil, make tea. So much of them you could, I'm sure you could use some of them and boil up in your soup. You know what I mean? You know what? You guys ever eat burdock root? Like eat the root of burdock. Because, listen to me, I boiled burdock root the other day, right? I bought burdock root the other day. And I'm saying I'm gonna drink the juice. And the thing push off such a rich. Listen to me, the flavor is so rich and tasty. You know what I mean? Then I decide, okay, let me taste this root. You need to taste burdock root. Well, I'm not telling, okay, this is me, okay? I'm not telling for the people who might come back and listen, I'm not I'm not giving medical advice. But the burdock root was so tasty. I'm telling you, the juice and the root itself, you know what I mean? I'm saying, what? This thing tastes like this? The thing tastes like you're actually eating food. It's like it's a vegetable while you're eating it. You see, like you're eating a carrots. That's something how the thing go down. Tasty without any flavor. And add no nothing because I boil it for like a tea. So the burdock root, you could actually, well, I boil it and I eat the root and also drink the tea from it as well. Right there, that's a meal. I'm telling you. That's a meal right there. So I'm telling you, if you have space, put some, grow some, and they just grow wild. Grow some is a meal right there. Harvest in a burdock. You know what I mean? For me it's a meal because I eat the root and the taste of it was awesome. I'm telling you. That you could cook that in soup. You could cook that in soup as well. I make tea with the root. Oh, you make tea. So well, I don't know. I can't tell you for tasting, but me, when I don't boil the thing and I'm looking at it, let me taste a piece of this thing. And when we taste the thing, man, that it was amazing. The taste of it was just amazing. So it's like you could cut it up and put it in soup. And depends on how much you have, it's like a meal. It's a good thing to grow. And they're very easy to grow. Because I dig up some and I bring them down. And right now they're looking green already. They're already looking green, start looking green. So it shows me they're pretty easy to grow. I never had it before. Okay. Well, boy Blue, you should definitely I think Fifi growing it. I think Fifi Johnny, you growing it. But boy Blue, you should definitely grow some. They spread a lot, so you might want to control them. Put them in a raised bed by themselves that you could have more control. Because they do spread. I guess when they push out the flowers, the seed, they do spread. It's like definitely. It's actually like a root crop. Yeah. For real. So it's something I'm gonna be growing. I have a couple roots of it. So I want to have them in an area by themselves that they could just grow. But yes, and they stated you're going to eat the leaf as well. So you see what's going on? And it also full of benefit as well. So it's a good plant to really have in your garden. Burdock, yeah. Had it as a tea, but not as food. Okay, got you. Whenever you have any again, when you boil it as a tea, boil it, you could just cut off a little piece and taste it. And you see what I'm talking about. You see, if you notice the inside of the root, If you notice the inner part of the root, it looks like something to eat as well. But I wash it really good, and boil it with the skin. And then that's how I eat it as well. And the sauce was so, listen, that's food right there. That's actually food right there. The root and leaf and the flowers are edible. Wow, okay. So you see what I'm talking about? That's a plant anyone need to have, because it's also full of benefit, and you could eat the whole plant. The whole plant. A plant I also bring down was bitter duck. He bought that, and he also have bitter duck, which I have as well. And what I noticed, he have bitter duck, and he has other similar, almost the same look like the bitter duck I'm seeing, and just a slightly different color from the bitter duck. So I believe there's family. I believe the bitter duck and the others I'm seeing that close, I believe they're all family. And the bitter duck have benefit as well. Yes, I'm growing some from seed. I don't mind if this spread because exactly. Right, exactly. Exactly. Even the spread, it's food. Definitely gonna try that. Yes, anytime you get the chance, try. When you boil it, try taste that root, man. Try taste it. Yes, the inner part is soft. Yes. Well, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. I eat the whole thing, and it was good. It was really good. There are few in the same duck family. I do believe that. I do believe that. Because even the bitter duck that I bring down, I already had the bitter duck over there, but I'm looking at these plants years upon years. They look like something, but I never really pay attention to them like that. It's when I see the border, then when I see the other one, and I use my phone, it tell me it's bitter duck. So I say, really? Bitter duck. So I say, and I see the benefit. So I decide, okay, let me grab the bitter duck and carry it and bring it too. But when I bring it, I realize I had it there as well. And I had a couple more. Very similar. But just the color of the stem is just slightly different. So these plants holds a lot of benefit, and you could eat them. So this is what people got to do. Grow things that, especially when they come back every year. That's the good thing about it. Food that comes back every year. And you don't mind because you could at least eat the whole plant. What is better than that? I think that's pretty cool. Yes, guys. So, like I was saying, we really got to start learning about these herbs and trying to educate our kids about it, because yes, and they also cold hardy, so they grow basically under any condition. They will come back regardless, and that's wonderful. This is where you really need to be. So when you look at it, right? When you look at it, instead of you growing a lettuce, it's better you grow these things, because you could eat their root, you could eat their leaf, you see what I'm saying? And also they're full of benefit. Yes. But anyhow, guys, thank you guys again. Can't thank you guys enough. for coming out tonight again. Truly appreciate each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night. And guys, we go live every Friday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we talk about different islands. We're trying to highlight the islands them that don't get highlight at all, where no one knows about them, so we're trying to bring them to life. We did our last two live was we talk about Grenada. If you never heard about Grenada, you need to go and check out that live. You will learn so much about Grenada if you go and check out that live. And also St. Vincent. So far we have two where you can learn about two islands, two small islands, Grenada and St. Vincent. So guys, check it out. If you're interested in sharing the information about your culture and in your island, you can surely reach out to us and we will get you up here that you could have a conversation. You know, basically we share the culture, the music, the food, the lifestyle. That's basically what we do. All right? So thank you guys. I appreciate you guys again for coming out. Appreciate you guys so much. All right? You guys have a blessed and wonderful week. Yes, Grenada. We did a live with that. Fifi Johnny explained so much in that live about Grenada. I think you will want to go and watch that video. The food, the place, the culture. So that's a place you can go if you want to go for vacation, if you want to go for food, all right? Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys. Peace, love, and blessing. You guys have a blessed and wonderful night, all right? Peace.